Hello, my name is Claire Michelle, and it has been 6 years since I arrived in this city and began my transition. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about what it's been like. So, for those who do not know me, my name is Claire Michelle. I have been living in Seattle now for 6 years after I was kicked out of my house for being trans. I moved out this way. I took my car and I just sort of drove for 3 days straight, crashed under a tree, and then slowly made my way back to where I am here now in my studio and working as a professional voice teacher. I teach trans people how to speak, and then I also have a creative agency as well. So how did I get here? How has the last 6 years been? Well, I'm gonna tell you right now that I have documented every single year. So if you are interested in seeing that year video or year one, you can click on that card right there. But year 6, well, I think I'm gonna start by saying this. I recently cut caffeine from my diet, and I'm feeling great. I'm feeling so good. It's so great. You probably weren't expecting that. So let me give you something else that might be related to trans stuff. Let's see here. I'm really not liking doing my makeup anymore. I just don't want to do it. It's annoying. Same thing with my hair. Why do I need to be cutting my hair all the time? Why do I need to be washing it? Why can't I just cut it all off? This is what it's like at 6 years. See, the thing is that my life is now about, changing myself for the better, not necessarily for transition's sake, not necessarily for gender's sake. To me, my life is just my life at this point. I'm working on my businesses. I'm trying to find ways in my life that makes my life easier. I'm going on hikes. I'm trying to go out, walk more. My wardrobe is finally complete. I always need more clothes, but it's complete. I'm not searching for clothes anymore, I've got hiking clothes, business clothes, and casual wear. Life is interesting at 6 years into transition. And I'm gonna tell you about the nitty-gritty here. I'm gonna tell you about a little more poignant, because I'm sure some people who are not here, who are not trans, have already left. So before I do, I would like to say thanks to my sponsor, me. I am sponsoring this video. If you are watching this now, you'll see that we have a video scheduled as a premiere. I mentioned in the beginning that I am a creative, I run a creative agency, and this event that we host is called Transition. And Transition is an event where we bring together musicians and artists and put them in the same room. And we would love it, love it, love it if you were there and supporting these artists. You'll see that on my channel. You can click the subscribe button or the bell icon as well. Click the like button, and then finally, click on the channel button to see that video there. Okay, let's talk about the nitty gritty. So I had a surgery recently. Surgery was good. I had a very, very, very minor complication with my GRS surgery that I had last year, 2 years ago? Has it been 2 years already? I don't know. I'm losing track of time. I think it was December. So yeah, it was 2 years ago. So 2 years ago, I had my GRS surgery. God, it feels like forever ago. And I had just some granulation tissue buildup, just some scar tissue that I had to go in and kind of get scraped out, redilate essentially. This is not something that is too uncommon. I have been dilating every day. Well, I was dilating every day, and then I space it out to every week. I'm still dilating every week. So if you are getting GRS, make sure you are dilating. Otherwise, you will close up. Whoop, you will be an outie, not an innie anymore. So I am no longer dealing with any of that. I am considering going back in for one more removal of the scar tissue. I don't know. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. We'll see how things look up in the next like couple of months here. I'm pretty happy with my results. I have a little bit of numbness as well that I've noticed on the right side of everything. Not enough for me to be like, whoa, everything's wrong, but enough for me to be like, oh, it wasn't like that before. But I also have to remember that this could be attributed to a surgery that I had when I was a young kid. I had a hernia come up on the right side. And so it could be related to that. I'm not sure. So it doesn't really bother me, but just something I noticed. So surgery is going good. Everything is fine, is working as it should. I have a couple videos like that. You can see those cards up above as well, and follow those journeys if you are interested in GRS stuff. Let's talk about some voice training stuff, because like that's kind of where I'm like it's interesting now, as I've been professionally teaching trans voice for 3-4 years now, I think 3 to 4 years, somewhere in the middle there. And I teach trans men, I teach like non-binary people, and then I teach trans women, of course. And the thing is that I have gotten so like comfortable with my voice that I'm like, it's not necessarily anything like related to dysphoria or anything of the sorts. I'm a little cautious of it now at like in certain places. So like if I go outside of Seattle, and Seattle's like super liberal and super great. But like if I go outside of Seattle, I tend to like bring my pitch up just a little bit. I tend to like soften the voice a little bit as well. So I am a little cautious about it where I'm like outside of my safe space, but not because of like my dysphoria, but because of rather my safety. I want to make sure that people are not seeing me as a trans person, because the moment that they see me as a trans person, questions start to come, and if they are not necessarily the most forward-thinking person, I could be in danger. Speaking of danger, November 20th is Transgender Day of Remembrance. That's coming up here in just a few days, and I will be hosting a live stream for that where I will be reading every single name of the trans people who were killed. So if you want to tune in and join us, that would be a good time for all of us. It's a good time for any trans person. What is Transgender Day of Remembrance? If you don't know, Transgender Day of Remembrance, it's a day in which we honor the lives of those who were lost to violence against trans people. There's a long list, and the list is getting longer every year. So I have been trying to just sort of like keep my head above my shoulders, focus on me, and just sort of exist in the space that I am now. I mean, year 7's probably not going to be too different than year 6. The thing is like transition has made me just live life. It has given me so much more, I don't even know, just like comfort in my day-to-day life. Like I'm not thinking about who I am anymore or why I exist. I think a little bit about that, but that's more like existential crisis. I just feel comfortable in my own skin. Like I wish everybody would transition earlier. It's so great. Like the hardest part is transition. And then once you're like, I'm out, look at me, I'm queer. Everybody's like, yay, kind of, that can be. But even if they're not, they're like, boo, screw you. And then you leave and then everything gets better. Just transition. It's so good. It's so great. All right, that's all I got. Subscribe to this channel. If you want to see the transaction video that we have, please click on that video and add yourself to the wait list that's on that. It is Sunday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We'd love to have you all there and supporting all these individual artists. I will be performing as well, so you can see that, and should be a good time. So leave me some questions in the comments if you are interested in just sort of like knowing more about me and my transition. Also, I will be answering some of these questions in the future, in a future video as well, which I will post that one day. I'm revamping the studio. I don't know why I'm being vague about it. I'm revamping the studio and I needed something to talk about while I'm like revamping. And it'd be cool to have like a video to shoot that day because it's literally just like painting walls and like moving furniture. This is my life now. See? This is what it's like being trans. All right, I am going now. Goodbye.